We're gonna paint this harbor. For our member of enjoyingart.com, I'm looking forward to seeing you in our fun and relaxing Friday painting together. If this is your first time to our channel, it's all about making art easy with relaxation. Please like, share, subscribe, and turn on notification. First, let me tell you the brushes that I'm using. I only use two brushes. One is a flat brush, it's gold here. Okay. Take care of the brush, just use the two fingers, right? Just softly massage it every time before you start using it. Okay. Now, the hair very soft, also remove all the bubble, all the air inside the brush here. Now the brush is ready to use. That's very sharp over here, very organized. And this is the calligraphy brush. The calligraphy brush can use for medium and small shapes. And the tip is very sharp, so it's very easy to control. Okay, now put it down over here. We're going to use different techniques to lift the white. So now I'm going to start from the top. I'm not wetting the paper yet. I'm just going to wet the paper as I'm painting down from the top to the bottom. So let's take the blue color. I'm going to start from the top right over here. Lots of blue color. I'm going to have the paper very, very wet. Coming over here. You can see how much water is it. Now I'm going to take a look at, this is the area for the boats. So when I come down to here, I'm going to be a little bit more careful. And I don't want to make it like a very straight line at the top. I'm going to have a little bit different like that. That's fine. Leave a little bit like that. I'm going to make it a little bit more active. So I'm going to keep this area to be wet for a little bit longer. And now I'm going to coming down at the bottom over here. I'm going to also get a little bit blue color, even deeper blue color right at the bottom over here. I want to painting it coming up, and the color is going to change, right? You're going to have in your mind, you have to say, I'm going to have fun, because this is what you're going to do. And I'm going to take the yellow color, and I don't want to make it look like green, so I have to mix with the red color, otherwise it will look like a green color. So this is color right over here, like that. And then here you go, some color is going to get a little bit more red, otherwise it will turn into more of the green color. I'm going to have it over here, right underneath. That's just good, like that. And then I'm going to come back to the top. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to make it look like the mountain. And and you might say, that's the mountain. Oh, it's not in the mountain. Not the mountain in my painting. It's just colors. Okay, I'm going to put it right over here, like that. And I can modify the shape of that color if I want. You see that this is still wet, right? I'm going to come to the bottom over here. I'm going to add a little bit more yellow color and try to make it a little bit brighter, like that. Here you go. And that's just good. Now to come over here. Now what I want to do, I'm going to get a lot more yellow color. I'm going to make some yellow color over here, a little bit brighter. Try to give a little suggestions, make it a little bit more fun. Okay, like that. And that is just the bottom is okay. Now we'll come back to the, over here, I'm going to add a little yellow color over here. And make it a little bit softer. And this is called lifting the color, right? And you lift it up a little bit. While it's still wet, I'm going to lift it up. That's fine. And then I'm going to lift it up for some color. Okay, some excess wet over here. Now I'm going to lift it a little bit. I'm going to let it go. And keep squinching and get your whole painting idea in your head. And then I can start doing some modification. I'm lifting while it's just wet and take it out over here. That's just fine. I'm going to lift a little bit over here. I'm going to take it out. And you still can use that. And now in the water, now the bottom over here, I'm going to lift up some of the excess wet and let it go. Okay, so it's not going to coming back to create those textures. Now what I'm gonna do, this is still a little wet, right? You go watch out because we're gonna start doing some scratching. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna think about some color over here. So I'm gonna start making some lifting. You see that? We use this brush. It's really efficient. Just lift it up. I'm gonna do it one more time. And the second time, it lift up a little bit more. Now I'm gonna come in over here in the bottom. I'm gonna lift a little bit wider. And it's gonna have a really soft, very soft feeling. Okay, now I'm gonna come on this side. I'm gonna lift a little bit of the light shape. That's called lifting while it's still wet. Right? I'm gonna do another pose over here. And I'm gonna have a little bit lifting, a little bit lighter. And I'm gonna on the bottom over here make a little bit softer by lifting a little bit wider. Okay, now coming on this side of the bow, I'm also gonna lift a little bit. Continue lifting a little bit. Yeah, here you go. A little bigger shape, a little big shape. Here you go. That's good. Now the color get a little bit drier and drier, but watch out for the top. You don't want to miss the window. Okay, over here I'm gonna lift up a little bit more. Here you go, a little bit more, coming down all the way to the bottom. And over here, I'm gonna lift a little color. And see how easy, right? You have to use the right brush. This brush has lots of hair. I really like it. But you need some patience training this brush. If you already have this brush, and you will see my brush look like your brush, look a little bit different from your brush, what's going on? Because I give it lots of love. And you need to learn how to give it a little bit more. Okay, I'm gonna lift a little bit softer, like the whole brush. Look at that. I lift the shape of the boat, right? That's good. Now the top getting better and better. Ready to do the scratching. Now I'm gonna do over here. I'm gonna start lift a little color up a little bit over here. It's just keep watching the timing. I'm gonna move a little bit color over here too, and see that. Oh, it's a very beautiful technique, beautiful look, very soft. And now coming back over here, and then I'm gonna do a little lifting for the soft background. And over here, I'm gonna lift a little bit over here, set a little brown color over here. Let's just make that a little bit lighter. Okay, it looks like the top, it's getting there. I'm gonna set a little nice brown color. I use the yellow and the red color and with a little bit blue. And that's it. I'm gonna set the color in here. You see that the color push away the other color. This is good. And I'm gonna make the color a little bit darker. Now put it right here. Oh, this is good. It's very good suggestions. And I'm gonna have a little bit of this color for the shadow side of this tree. And this is good. Now we're almost ready. At the bottom over here, I'm gonna do a little lifting and still waiting for the top to be drier. Now here you go. Now I'm gonna take my palette knife. Start from the top, right here. Ready? Here you go. Very strong. And I'm gonna have this a little bit like this. And don't worry about it. And just scratching it. You don't just pretend they're not. You don't understand what is it and what is this, the boat, whatever that would be. You just want to have all the shape over there and the shape with making nice contrast. And over here, I'm going to have a little line coming down like this, and the line coming like this, and this line coming over here. And it will later, you're going to see, look like, oh, this is the boat. This is the line over here is showing that. And those kind of line really hard. You don't really want to use it in the reflection, because those should be much softer. And I'm going to have a line even longer. I'm going to soften that, do a little cleaning. And next, I'm going to working onto the boat and getting the boat in a shape. And this painting will be there. And I'm going to clean this a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to painting the boats. Let's take a look. I'm going to start the boat in the middle over here. So I'm going to mix a little bit blue-gray color. I'm going to mix that color right over here, looking for the boat, right in here. Here you go, right there. I'm going to light up a little bit, and like this. Here you go. Now I have it a little bit shape over here, and also the reflection a little bit shape over here too. I'm gonna have that just the clean brush, soften it coming down like this, and here you go. Now I have one shape and have a little blue underneath. That's just the bottom of that. Okay, like this. And then take a look at the side over here. I'm gonna leave a little bit and continue on this side. Have a little bit. I actually have a little bit yellow color into that color. So I'm gonna have this actually put that shape, and also I have a little bit blue on the reflection. Just looking for that color. Okay, that's good. Be very focused. Okay, like that, and see a little bit light coming down. I lift it, just painting around. That would be the technique we just talked about. And then coming on this side, we'll leave a little bit and then have a little darker shape and focus, and that's the shape right here, and that's good. Then on the other side, that's the boat, and this boat have a little bit orange in this color. I'm going to take a little bit orange color like that. I'm going to have a little bit more, and the yellow and the red color together. Now that's good. Now coming on this side, now take a look. Another boat over there. That's good. Now I'm gonna coming around on this side, have a little bit brown color, underneath connect that, and a little bit use this brush just to tap it down. You can have a very natural blending, and then divide the shape into two. And you don't know what kind of opportunity you're having. Okay, you just need to pay attention to how the color interact. And a little bit over here, have a little bit blue color. Here you go, that like that. That's good. And then come back over here on this side, and also tap on it to make a little color transition. And now coming to this side, we have another interesting bow. And this bow, I'm gonna mix a little bit very dark color. Okay, take the red color and with the Windsor blue green shade. Okay, in case you forget, I'm gonna coming over here. Here you go. Have a little big shade on the right underneath over here, like that. A little shape over here. So only need to looking for shapes. Don't worry about anything else. Now coming on this side, now you can see that I have a very interesting contrast between soft color and the sharp shapes. Okay, over here have a little bit like that, and connect them over, and just if you one brush stroke can do the expression, one brush stroke. You don't have to do all those different too many shapes. Okay, like that. That's good. On the top over here, I'm gonna have a little bit like an orange-ish color on the top over here. Somewhere just have to have some brighter color. So that's good. I'm gonna have that a little bit here. Gonna make the shape a little bit clear. And now on this side, I'm gonna have a little bit clear small shape right over here. That's showing there's a part of the boat, and there's the boat, and that's good. And actually here, I'm gonna connect that shape a little bit, make it a little bit more interesting, like that. It's good. Now I'm gonna come to the shape in the background. I'm gonna have the shape over here in the background above this boat, and this is the shape, like that. That's good. Now leave a little gap on the top over here, and leave a little shape over here too. And here you go. Have a little shape on this side, and like that. That's good. And a little bit in the background. This all suggesting there's something over there, but sometimes you want to keep it a little mystery. Let other people think about what is it. Mix a little bit darker color now. Come back to do a little bit more definition at the bottom over here, for example. And this is a little bit shape coming over here. A little shape in between. Okay, and there's a little shape over here. Have a little bit soft, and you take the risk to see whether or not is that going to work. And if it doesn't, come back to do a little bit more, and that will be fine. We're learning so much by taking risk. And then on this side, and now I'm gonna have a little bit gray color just over here. So it's coming back, coming up a little bit, and this is good. A little bit soft, a little bit yellow, that kind of color underneath over here. And I'm gonna have that a little bit, and I'm gonna merge that two color together right over here. That's fine. So we want that a little bit soft transition over here. I'm gonna have a little bit brown color, yellow, red, and the blue color. So I'm gonna have this coming down, and we're gonna add the shape in here like that. That's good. A little shape in here like that. Okay, that's good. Now I'm gonna just have the small flat brush stroke coming down like this. Oh, you see that? Now creating very nice reflection feeling. And now I'll come back over here, take a little light brown color, and over here too, and get that little stroke coming down like this. Ooh, that's nice. Now you see all this connected together to create the illusion of the bows and the reflection. And very colorful. Right, that's good. Now it's the reflection part, and I'm gonna do a line at the top over here, a couple line. I can use the calligraphy brush. This brush is really sharp. You can create some very good line like this, and have a little line coming down, and a little line over here, and I'm gonna have a little line here on the side. Just give a little contrast, a little feeling, and a little feel line over here. At this point, I can use a little scratch at the bottom. You see the bottom here? And you can use a little scratch. Set a little bit more clear definitions over here. Like I say, the boat, I need a little bit more sharper. And the water over here, a little bit more separation between the boat and the reflection. I'm going to put a little color like that, a little dry brush, and a little bit more blue color. Taking it like that, that's good. Gonna give it a little bit more and a little bit separation, and here you go. Now you can always come back to give a little bit more touch after you dry. Okay, over here, a little color over here. And I think you are painting with me is the learning the way I think. It's not just about the technique. I'm gonna have a little bit blue color over here, and you can add the color afterward. Okay, a little bit more blue color over here, just look like in the water. And see this brush, you can push it down like this. You don't have to soften it. It's just already have a natural blending of the color like that. Right, it's a lot more thing that you can do. And the top over here, you can have a little bit light brown color if you just want to have a little bit suggestions of the things about the boats in the background like that. I'm gonna have the little yellow color over here as well. You're seeing that it's a little bright color somewhere over here, and a little bit red color, and here you go. Have a little bit more red color, a little bit more like that, right? That's yummy. They brighten the color a little bit more.